तव कथामृतम् तप्तजीवनम् कविभिरीडितम् कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदाततम् भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. We'll resume the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. For last few days, perhaps 10 or 12 days, we were discussing about the Mahashivaratri. The Mahashivaratri day went away in a very nice way. Almost all devotees who were present, they were saying that they felt they were in some heavenly place which we cannot understand unless we come, stay here and experience it directly. We may view things in YouTube, but we are in the same old, our own house or somewhere, in the same old atmosphere, backing us, same understanding, same awareness. But when you come to the ashrama, it is entirely different. Those who are little spiritually sensitive, they will go to the depths, and those who are worldly, they also find great peace in their heart. So that was the atmosphere. Those who have missed shall not miss next year. It was really the 4 hours. None knew how the time went away. Like a wink of an eye. All programs from beginning to end were beyond words. So, what we have read, understood, we could get a glimpse of what I was telling you all these 10 or 12 days. So again, we will go back to Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. The occasion was Sri Ramakrishna requests M to go and talk to Naren and tell me what he is, how he is. He wants to train the heart and mind of M to record this. It is still in the beginning stages. He has just arrived. How to go deeper into a subject, into our path. It is somebody has to say, just look here, look here, look here. When Tapasyanaji Maharaj was there in Chennai, we were brahmacharis, and in his regime we took the sannyasa also. He used to now and then use the term, look here. night classes used to go on, and some sentence is passing by, and he suddenly, look here, all will look at him, and then he will give the essence of it. Essence of means, what happens is, one is our normal view of understanding, one is the absolute reality behind it, another is the various ways in which people understand, according to their background, their backing, their knowledge, their ideal. He will suddenly take a sentence and ask, sentence is being read in the night class, he will ask, how do you think a student will understand this? Means we have to become again students to understand it. How does a philosopher think of this? We have to enter to the philosophies, Saddarshanas. So from one end to the another end, he'll be jumping. How a realized soul would be feeling, experiencing the same situation, same written sentence. Suppose Thakur's words. How a realized soul would be perceiving it. So various aspects of the same sentence he would present to us to expand our consciousness. Expansion of consciousness is basically the spirituality. Expansion of heart and expansion of consciousness. So we here see that how to enter into depths to see a person, what specifically. I go and talk to someone and get something and come away because I am not interested in his life. Anybody comes, any devotee, maximum I may ask, how is your spiritual practice? How are your spiritual practices? And leave it there. But suppose I am the guru of that person who has been initiated for realizing God, I bear a great responsibility. Then how are your spiritual practices? If I ask, it means something else. It goes to a deeper, what is your status? How much you are striving? What are you doing? What is within you? Where are you standing? So the concern, you see the parents are so much concerned about their children, the same age, he is also a citizen of India, he is of a living being, he is of a child of God, but the neighbor's child I don't care for. My child I am caring for. This concern is there because of mindness. Now, Naren is a person who has come for the welfare of the world. He has not recognized yet Naren. So Ramakrishna is asking him, Master was meditating, go and talk to Narendra, then tell me what do you think of him. Go and talk to Narendra. Now his viewing Naren would be entirely different. He would go and talk normally and come away earlier. Is different from when Master says, go and talk to Naren and tell me what do you think of him. So now he is entering into Naren walking, he will be seeing. Naren thinking, he will be seeing. Naren's talks will be seeing. Now, just a little attention is sufficient. These are very highly magnetic personalities that capture your heart and mind. So the thing is, you must go a little closer and see what magnet is. If you want to know, if an iron piece want to know what magnet is, it has to go a little near. Suddenly it will start pulling. It must come in its range. just like your mobile, not in range. It will not work. So, to enter into his range, Sri Ramakrishna is expecting him to go, because he has to present Naren now. He has to present Sri Ramakrishna. He has to present the supreme ideals of the Vedas and Vedantas to the mankind. He has to give all this, and he has to observe everything with the view that Sri Ramakrishna is incarnation of God who has come for the redemption of the souls, for re-establishing dharma. That is possible when. So Naren is, M is awakening the spiritual consciousness of M. Just by telling what is. Because Naren is not an ordinary person. If somebody comes, even like Gandhiji or somebody, and we ask somebody to go and, it is entirely different when I ask someone to go and meet Ramana Maharshi and tell me what you are. However great a person in the world, however sacrificing a person be, he cannot be compared with the enlightened souls. We cannot compare anyone with Buddha or with a realized soul or a saint. So he is asking, Naren himself yet do not know who he is, what for he has come. It has to be awakened. So that is the context in which the things are going on. Then the next, he comes, he moves about here, there for some time, then again starts searching for Sri Ramakrishna. He will be walking pacing in the Nat Mandir like a lion in the forest, lonely. In his own glory, he is moving about. And then he goes and asks, will there be any more singing? He is charmed by the singing. Then he says, no more singing today. You come tomorrow, I will be in Balram's house. You can hear me singing there. So he asks, he tells, will they allow me inside? Maybe rich people and all that. He says, tell my name and come inside. Every word is significant. Every word. A casual word that comes out from an incarnation of God or from a saint, realized soul, has deep significance. Tell my name, they will bring you to me. See, even when death comes, just tell him your Ishtadevata's name. He will go back and send a proper person to receive you. I have no right to enter into Kailasa or Vaikuntha. I will call the proper person from there. So he will ring up WhatsApp, call to Vishnu Loka. If he is Vishnu Bhakta, please take him to your place. Like that, it is a significant word. Tell him my name. Anything happens, anywhere, you have just to call on him. This is tested when the serious conditions come in your life. Something has happened, something has collapsed. Some great danger is standing. Unimaginable. Just before, the first thing is our intellect. We refer to our intellect. We never refer to God. Anybody telling one harsh word also, I will never ask God, why did that person tell me like that word? What do you want to teach me? What should I do now? I will never. Immediately I will revolt or accept or do something that what my brain says. Heart also I keep shut. I use my brain. First thing, anything happens, any calamity anywhere, first thing is my brain. When all things fail, then finally we'll think of, he might help. He might help. Let me see, I have tried all, let me try him also. So, that way. But a devotee, anything happening, first thing is to call on God. Once somewhere in a function on the bank of Narmada, when I was there, in one of the ashramas, a huge function was going on, about 5,000 people sitting in one pandal. Just behind was the kitchen. Kitchen caught fire. There were 21 brahmacharis in the ashrama. All were sitting. Somebody came and told, kitchen is on fire. And the next door is a few meters only, our pandal. Everybody started running. He said, please sit, you have no business. There are responsible people who take care of it. Please sit. I was on the stage. I told, sing Ram Nam, and asked the brahmacharis to go and help. The brahmacharis all brahmacharis were running in one direction, one brahmachari was running in the opposite direction. And I thought you got frightened. And where is he going? What is he doing? Never. All the brahmacharis went to help near the kitchen, just behind. He is running opposite direction. I was wondering, where is he running? Straight away he is going to shrine to report to the Lord. He went prostrated like Hanuman, presented the situation to Sri Ramakrishna, and with tremendous speed he came, entered the kitchen, and one gas cylinder was on fire. He kicked it. By the time 2-3 people has got already burnt. One person in charge was big dadi person. His dadi has disappeared. Nobody can identify him in the fire. He went and kicked that gas stove, and it rolled out, and one pit was there behind. It went and fell in the pit. Then, see, I was thinking, what a thing. Nobody understands real help can come only from God. We don't have that trust, we don't have that. Suddenly we don't remember even anything happening. First thing is, I am there. God's presence we don't feel at all, anything happening. But there are people who are real devotees. They feel, if you don't do, nobody can do. I too cannot do. My ego is kept surrendered to the feet of God. Good or bad, suffering or joy, without offering to God. When masala dosa comes also, offer to God and put in the mouth. When headache comes also, apply the Amritanjan. After offering the headache to the Lord, when anything happens, this is just tell my name, they will take you. You are safe. This is inner security. We have external security. Police is there, Papa is there, Mummy is there. So many people are there. But when time comes, nobody is there. राम के साथी हजारों थे, जब वक्त पड़ा तब कोई नहीं. सीता की सखियां हजारों थी, जब हरण हुआ तब कोई नहीं. रावण के साथी अनेक थे, जब मरण हुआ तब कोई नहीं. Like that, when you are in need, all these, whatever security you have, money, wealth, people, police, all this, all will stay back. Nobody will. Internal security alone will protect you. Internal security alone will take you further. So this, he is assuring that internal security. Tell my name, they will take you to they will bring you to me. They will bring you to me. So these small things we have to remember, apply these things in our day-to-day life, whatever happens. While making dosa, if the duff is sour, think of God. He will give you right understanding how much salt you have to add extra, whether you should add sugar or not. So we have brain. So God's help is not needed. We think, but we need it. Then the things will go in the most right way, as it should go on. At the same time, every act will take you towards God. There is constant evolution. We are in the evolutionary process. There is involutionary process and evolutionary process. We are passing through evolution. Many are falling back into the involutionary process of going into the pit again. So we are going in the upper direction towards evolutionary process, and we need this. So constant remembrance of God is essential thing. For everything, refer. Take the divine help, bring the divine interference. Then your path is assured, your goal is assured in this very life. Otherwise there will be delay, there will be postponement, which should not happen. So, we are coming to the end of that chapter. We began the next chapter. Narakal entering into ecstasy and all that. M came the second time. A few days later, M visited the master. This is the next chapter. I was referring to the previous chapter. Because within 10 or 12 days, I have forgotten where I was. Radha temple. Sri Ramakrishna was talking to Kali, Divine Mother. Everyone says, my religion is correct. But nobody's watch is correct. Another day, Master was seated on the small couch in his room with his usual beaming countenance. M arrived with Kali Krishna, who did not know where his friend M was taking him. The thing is, you see the usual beaming countenance. Another day, Master came Another day, the master was seated on a small couch. There were two cots in his room. One he used to lie down, sleep. Another smaller cot he used to sit and talk to people. So he was sitting on that small couch in his room with his usual beaming countenance. This is one of the things. Each Devata has got a particular feature. Shiva has a particular feature. We saw always in his indrawn state of meditation, getting absorbed in himself. Krishna has another phase wherein he attracts the jiva with the Klim mantra, as if he is attracting the jiva, like a magnet holding, or the sun is holding all the planets. Planets are held by the gravitational force, and their force of movement in a circular, when a thing moves in a circular, the centrifugal force has to be balanced by the centripetal force. The sun's attraction, the gravity of sun, is equal to the centrifugal force of the planet. So it is in equilibrium. Though it is moving, it is in equilibrium. So the equilibrium status comes when they are same. So in Krishna you see that force of attraction. Every jiva is as if he is holding their threads. They are moving from life to life, but the thread is in his hand. He is the Sutradhari. Excessive prema, pure love, the divine love which is beyond. Radha represents the sum total of all jivas. That is every moment that we are passing through the two phases of movement, one towards the Chaitanya, Radha, and one away from the Chaitanya. It is Dhara and Radha. Like a swing, we are moving between the Chaitanya and the world. This is the phase differences that we have from jiva to jiva. How do two jivas differ? Both are Chaitanya, both are matter. Bodily existence is matter, spiritual existence is Chaitanya. How one jiva differs from other is the rhythm with which he is moving about is different between the Chaitanya and Jagat. Bodily existence and spiritual existence, his consciousness is slipping, is swinging. Radha Dhara is going on in every jiva. And this is independent of the bodily existence. It neither belongs to the absolute nor to the relative. So this dhara, jivatma, jivahood, is moving about from Chaitanya to the bodily existence. So Krishna is one part, Radha is another part of our existence. Bodily existence trying to merge in the jivatman, trying to merge in Krishna is Radha. When we are moving away from Krishna to the world, it is Dhara. So Radha represents, Krishna represents that power by which he holds the jivatman in life and moving from one life to another life. Like that, each devata has a particular feature. Here Sri Ramakrishna represents Ananda Swarupa, the Satchidananda Swarupa, ever bliss, what Vedas call Ananda, everywhere. That Ananda Swarupa, his beaming countenance. Buddha also had that Ananda Swarupa. And other special feature is absolute, total renunciation, Tyaga. Jnana, Tyaga, Vairagya, Bhakti, these are all displayed. No kirita, no weapons in the hand. Usually what we see in almost all Hindu devatas is khadga and all these weapons in the hand, fine kirita, abharana and all that you will not see. Half open chest and one dhoti, very difficult to hold on the body. Sometimes Digambara, sometimes Shvetambara, but full of Tyaga. Excellent, ecstatic love of God, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you can see in him. So this is what we see, the beaming countenance of Sri Ramakrishna. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.